Hello everyone, my name is Olfbert and tonight we're gonna be casting this interesting match, hopefully a very even one, between Vanguarda, a Brazilian team, who's gonna be Axis, versus the Oceanic Ocelots, an Oceanic team, a mix of Australian, New Zealand, I think some Horang, some Korean players as well, who's going to be playing Allies. The map is going to be Omaha. It was known for both teams only 30 minutes ago by the spinning of a wheel. The midpoints are known, and it's going to be the mid-center point, Vierville-sur-Mer, also known as the church or the chapel. Sorry. And this is interesting because both teams are quite even. And also, this is the round one of, or week 6 if you want in the tournament, but round 1 of playoffs for the minor group in this case. This is the 3rd division in the tournament, or minor group, and they are going to be facing off each other. Let me show you a little bit of the playoffs, the schedule. The two teams who ended up with the highest scores, who were the French Yoko team versus the Chinese Fallstream Jaeger, the Chinese FJ. They ended up with the highest points, so they're going to be resting this week. And what we do have this weekend is Condor Legion Ronin versus MIB. So an Argentinian, South American / team versus a Brazilian team, made in Brazil, MIB, or MIB as they themselves call them one another. I don't know the schedule for that game. I don't know if they already played or they're playing tomorrow or today. But we're going to be here with the game 17 of the tournament, Ocelots Vanguarda. The winner of this game passes to, as you see here, to play with game 18 versus Yoko. Apparently, it might be lost already or withdrew. Probably withdrew because here FJ is already playing with Ronin. So my bad if I'm not updated on this. But what really matters for us is that the winner passes on to winner of 17, so to play with Yoko for a chance to be in the final. The loser says goodbye to the tournament. So it's a single match elimination. So we are gonna be only like 1 minute before the flip of the map, and I'm gonna take you, once we take flight, I'm gonna take you to the next scene. So we're gonna wait probably under a minute now. We are going to be casting from Vanguarda's side, so from the axis, which means left to right or west in the map. If I take you for a second to the actual live, we're gonna see that the this is the church. This is the midpoint that we're gonna be playing today. This is gonna be the approach for the Germans, for Vanguarda tonight. It's a point that has several points of entry. The south is gonna be important for both teams, because both teams need to control the artillery battery in the south. We're gonna wait for artillery, like we always do, in order to not use one of the slots for officers. It's gonna be any moment now. I think both teams were under 49s. They were lacking some players, so this is gonna be actually a damaged goods kind of game, but it's pretty even. It's gonna be 2 more players for Ocelots. I talked to one of them, and they were concerned about not reaching 49s, but they didn't know that Vanguarda was also struggling to reach a considerable number of players, around 45. Okay, I'm gonna keep waiting. Meanwhile, we see Piram in one tank crew. We see our friend, I'm kidding, of course, Leipzig from Preußen in another tank. Let's see Maximus in another. Let's see if Leipzig from Preußen guns TC tonight. I casted a Vanguarda game yesterday night, friendly, in which this tank had a lot of problems, and that's why I'm joking. Here we go. We have Castaway. We're gonna take flight. Gracias, Castaway. Ya estoy. Me puedes quiquear cuando quieras. Okay. So 1 minute to go for wall drop. Let's before we continue, let's put the allies. Let's put the axis. For some reason, this went away. Here we are. And we're gonna have the kill streaks and the kill feed. I'm gonna restart the kill feed. Here we go. I'm gonna put the banner as well in the bottom. So we pay attention to any kills, any potential snipes that I might miss. We see on the north quite a few big commitment with officers. 1 bazooka, 4 officers. See the medium here. Not probably the brightest idea eating some M&Ms right before the cast. Just struggling to come back. I chugged 1 glass of soda, but they're still around there. Apologies. And here we go. We're gonna pay attention to this frontal approach. Piram in the opener medium. I like that. Yesterday they were playing in lights. We see a Puma. We see a Lux below us. From Ocelots. A Stuart in the north. This is packed. This one halfway. The tank's struggling. This is going to be a major factor. Both tanks very late. Struggling to get out of the beach. 1 early snipe. Another early snipe. It was only a Lux, but if you're damaged, you die quickly, right? Big commitment we see by Ocelots to Mansion. That packed truck that we mentioned earlier reached really quickly, really fast. This might compensate. This 1 OP needs to go up really quickly. If this OP goes down, there's gonna be a wipe for... Almost a wipe. Okay, good kill there by Chapelero. That was threatening. Yeah, bazooka in a truck is kind of like silly, right? It's like just for points. It's kind of silly. The Stewie is there. Good control by Ocelots. This is a known Vanguarda medium position. They get a position right away. They might have a shot on that medium that is pushing from the crossroads and the Stewie. This is a very well-known position. Vanguarda lost this spot for opener medium. They see him. I think they see. They got pinned in the gun, so no need to move. They have a repair station too. Yeah, but you have the repair station. No need to leave, right? Oh, it's not finished. Perfect. So they built the ghost of a repair station. It was only a gun. I don't know why they reversed. Maybe they didn't have a shot. Meanwhile, Vanguarda, really good job in the church. Let's see how Ocelots resets, how quickly the OPs go up. Very late, November. This one died. This two didn't put it. This one didn't put it. Hello, girl. Okay, very late. Very late with the OPs. 2 OPs only now. November still missing an OP. This tank died because it's a rhomboid fight. There is nothing else. So the battle of the recons has been won by Maximus and the Puma. A Stuart makes it very close. Very close. The mediums are still battling. Two Luxes. This Lux, I don't know where they were. Good to see that they're joining the fight, even late. Cap goes. OPs go up in the north. The sound was very delayed, right? This capture was already done. The map was already blue, but the sound came super late. Something I've noticed is people are complaining about server providers, but I think the T17 did something to the game because it's just a weekend ago. They started every game. Every game has this horrendous lag. We just saw that with the sound, right? This is my guess is this is not just server providers who sometimes have those issues, but different providers, and all of them are having this problem. This is the game. Remember where months ago the games were crashing and it was Team 17's fault? They did something to the game. So I'm pretty sure they did something to the game again. And it's making life for vehicle driving especially very difficult. Hopefully they find the problem. Back to the game. Vanguarda really clean. This should be more disputed, right? But really clean cap. Maximus doing damage to the medium. Let's see that. The medium turns, but the still damage can be done to the side. You can still do damage to the side, and they kill the medium. Really good play by Maximus here. Really good. I'm not sure, but I think he killed the Greyhound as well. So this was exchanging a very inexpensive free tank, by the way, for the opener medium. Really like the combination. Now the big boy is gonna eat the little boy. Lux goes bye-bye. This is gonna overcompensate because they had issues here. They had a lot of problems with controlling the mansion, but now armor is showing up tonight. I really like this. They had a lot of issues. That's the last rock by Subpack. So he should be okay unless Magic brings one more. I really like this. Armor is compensating for the lack of infantry in the north. I remind everyone that now people join back, so now we have almost a full server. Ala is still with under 50, under 49. One of those is Noopers casting on Ocelot's side. Very nice job by the medium. Now it reversed and it's gonna go into repair shop. Both Luxes are still alive. This is a major factor. The delayed Stuarts, the delayed medium, really allowed these two lights from the Germans to make the difference in the church, plus the infantry. A very good job by Vanguarda for now. Still a lot of presence in the gardens in front of the church. Let's pay closer attention. If these gunfights go one way, they can get into your church really quickly, so... Bajau commanding tonight, taking the reins of Vanguarda once again. Yeah, we're gonna need probably... Exactly, I was about to say artillery hitting this this area. Nice flare, revealing almost the entirety of the Ocelots push. We're gonna see who's on the Castaway. Okay, Castaway back into the arty. In the friendly they played today, yesterday night, Vanguarda had a lot of issues with the... They were trying a new arty player, and that really set them for loss. They couldn't do more than 30-something kills, and they ended up losing to Pathfinders last night, and not having a really experienced artillery player was a major factor. So they're getting into their business. A lot of bazookas in the church. This is not very promising, both for Garys as well as for lights. So hopefully... Where's the Gary? The Gary was already taken, I'm afraid. Yes. So Vanguard needs to pay attention to this. There's a lot of people in their kitchen. They're gonna eat your food. They're gonna use the toilet and not flush. So they're unaware, completely unaware. Now artillery from Ocelots is even things out. Baja was taken down. Wow, the luckiest hella loose player I've ever seen in my life. Ross completely... Oh my god, he misses. He missed all the shots. All the shots. Something interesting to see is that the ping... This is a US West server. The ping for Ocelots, it's around 200, doing like an average. Whereas for Vanguarda, is above 220 to 50. Some players even had almost 300. So if anyone has lag issues today, it should be more Vanguarda than Ocelots. But who knows? Lately, Helaluz has been a mess. No Wamos. No one really made it through. A new Puma. Puma versus Greyhound. Very clever tonight. Maximus playing with the Puma. Really is showing up tonight with the armor plays. That Greyhound is engined. Very nice. Very nice, disturbing play. It's really disturbing when you have a tank running around. Davies didn't get the memo that there is a tank to his south. And there's an abandoned store that finally died. I saw him earlier here. So great job from Piram, keeping that intersection locked down. Nobody can pass through that intersection. The Puma is still doing shenanigans. I love this. Let's see Maximus. Let's see if we can catch the Gary. The Gary is right in there. It's not going to be visible without a spotter. Careful here, do not snipe the artillery player. It's interesting there's no one defending, right? This is not being capped simply because it's two people in the Puma. If there were more, they're gonna find the Gary. They didn't. Okay, it's very difficult. It's very well hidden. They're looking for. That bazooka is gonna put an end to this, probably. Very short. Very short. Contestation, the second point, simply because Dr. Fritz spawn, so it's 3 versus 4. If this one gets out, it's going to be contested. One more spawn in the north. Okay. It's 4 versus 3. That's the only reason it's not contested. But this is extremely lightly defended. If that Gary had gone down, there would have been a different story. They put an end to the roaming Puma, but the roaming Puma is doing a lot of damage in the back lines. Let's see the heavy engagement. We see the first, I would say, Tiger, because it's 15 minutes in. Usually, some German teams bring the Panther quickly. I don't know what this position is. I don't know what they're doing here, but... just trying to catch mice. But they were tracked by the medium, I think. Because they're not repairing. So they were tracked by the medium who is in the mansion. That's why we were looking. Airhead marked and a bombing run. I don't see an airhead. I see supplies. Maybe the airhead was taken down. If it's an airhead, it was a mismark. Or it was taken down quickly. This bombing run is over, so it probably was a... this is such a naive approach, right? Like bombing run with an airhead right there. Very naive, I would say, from Ocelots. This is not gonna work. Kind of like a desperate use of resources, right? A bombing run is 300 plus the airhead 400 supply, 400 manpower. It's a lot of resources for... I don't know. It has way more prospects if you spawn it in this area with bushes, right? I'm not sure about that play. The airhead was taken down really quickly. No playing around here for Ocelots and for Vanguarda tonight. They're giving it their best. Once again, I remind everyone with 5 players difference. Will this be the end of this looks or not? It probably will. This is probably good for them. They're looking to die. They actually want to get a medium, right? Both of these players just run without aiming, right? If one runs, the other one should cover him. Both very confident that the other one run away. I don't know what they were thinking. Senna corrects the issue, kills the intruder. Problem solved. Now they're gonna come with a bigger tank. Medium probably. They do have a lot of resources. Let's pay attention to the heavy, the first Tiger. We were right, it was a Tiger. I like this. I like the decision not to go for a fast Panther, but for the actual heavy, the Tiger. I like this with a full crew. Leipzig von Preußen still gunning to see. Why are we still in a store? If you're not shelling the point, what is the point? This is a more intelligent spot. If they were more confident, they had more presence of infantry. Just being on the road is better. You peek different angles here. Just go like a monorail. You go left, right. You find ways to shell the church. This is better than being in the open over there, but quite limited to only one angle. No penetration so far. If anyone is closer to their capture, I would say is Vanguarda. They have a nice secure Gary, and they're just keeping Ocelots busy. I like these are way more blues than red in the south. They regained the church with the help of the opener medium. Look at that. They updated the repair stations and ammo. So that tank is there to stay. Let's see if we see pressure. Yes, I was about to say cap pressure just from soft cap from Vanguarda. Sometimes I say things that end up being right, so I look smart, but believe me, I'm not. But I saw more blue than red, so I thought, okay, they should start pressuring soon. And it started to happen right as I finished the sentence. Let's see. All this open field, nobody's covering the open field. So maybe another Maximus play over here? Maximus just covering the angle, but there's no threat here. Like, could probably go south. The second heavy is manned by Senna, TC from Cobras from Manchis. From Smoking Cobras. So there's going to be 2 heavies in the north. This is locked in with 2 heavies. If this medium wants to kill the medium, good. If not, they should probably try a play. One of these mediums, probably the south one, they need to try a play, because this is changing colors, going back. This means that it's lightly defended, and if you check your map as Vanguarda, you see only a few on the border. That means these 4 squares are empty, right? If you're contesting, capping, contesting with nothing. Let's see Maximus, if I can manifest into his brain what I would do. Maybe we get lucky, and this medium looks to be reading the map like I am. Hopefully we get a medium here. If they get a medium here, it's gonna force this tank to go south, these 2 heavies to push. I mean, it's all positive. It's all positive. This Stewie is not gonna stop either the medium nor the 2 heavies. We see the first Vanguarda having a banquet tonight. 2 heavies, 2 mediums, a half track. They're rich aristocrats today with a lot of money. Good for them. Good resource administration from Bajao. An excellent tanking job by the opener medium and the Puma, right? Taking the first medium down. All that translates into a long-term advantage with resources and with spawns and timing. Very smart decision, Maximus. Very smart. I always say this in my cast and when I talk to people, nerds like me that like tanking. Anyone can gun, anyone can drive, anyone can spot, but not everyone. But let's say anyone can do any of those things moderately well. The key distinction is always decision making. The decision making makes a difference in armor, and reading the map and knowing where you can risk, when you can push, when you have to fold, as Kenny Rogers would say. You have to know when to fold them, and also you need to know when to bet. So that medium will be an excellent bet right now. He's thinking twice about it, but there's no armor here, no armor at all. This would farm. It will farm. There's no bazookas. It's 2 officers. That's all they have. 2 officers, 3 officers, 1 supply and the commander. This is not enough. This medium would be doing such a good job over here. We'll pick it up when he reads there's no armor there and pushes. Meanwhile, Vanguarda making a lot of progress. Interesting bombing run. I think it took one of the Garys, right? Let me see Bajao's score. It did not, but killed probably a few people from those OPs. We're seeing a push here. But that flare is gonna illuminate people in the south. This is Ocelots. Unfortunately, it's gonna hit only 2 people, if at all. But this is what I would read if I were Maximus. 1, 2, 3, 4 OPs, no color, not red, no warm even. And no signs of armor. Nobody has marked armor, right? And you were blinking the point. So I would have parked here, not here, right? This is a big difference there. You get way more targets. Way more targets from the house or from that little fence over there. Or hedge. And then once you're there, you see there's no one shooting at you. All this could have been a lot more powerful way earlier. He just stays there. Maximus, read my mind. Let's go. Second heavy coming up. Apparently it's gonna come north as well. They don't fear the danger. They don't realize it's dangerous for them. And 1 Greyhound would not cut it. What they need to do, Vanguarda, is coordinate better. This medium needs to keep these 2 heavies here. This medium needs to help either wrap, push with these people, or come south and put pressure. I love what I'm seeing. Now there's way more people. There's 2 bazookas now. We see them. Post Meridian and Ripper. So they could technically kill a medium. So it is a problem now. Okay, one bazooka is down. Two bazookas are down. Very good job by Becker. Becker's gonna lock down the south. There's no MGs, just 3 SLs. That sound should be an invitation to kill this little tank, right? It takes down Becker. The medium needs to react quickly and take down this. Oh, very nice attempt by Palinsky. It made him move. It made him move. It might be an easier pickup. Yep. Very nice job, Maximus. Now we need more shelling on the point, and then infantry might make a push. Let's pay attention to the back line. Someone very nasty crawled into the back line and put an OP. It's probably going to do a double drop. It's close to a half track. But this could be a problem, right? If where is Bajao? Where is the commander? I don't see the yellow dot anywhere. Bajao. Oh, both teams are doing a recon on the border between red and blue. I like this, but I would have used the other medium, right? The other medium. Keep the heavies in hard cap. I would have used the other medium. They're playing very conservative. They're playing 1 north, 2 medium, and 1 south. And you see this mobilization, right? This caravan of tanks, realizing there's no pressure at all in the front line. This tank is in such a bad spot that it's not a threat. I would have probably put 1 heavy, 1 heavy, and 1 medium, or 2 heavies here, and the medium. The medium here is completely inactive, right? Piram should realize there's no much activity. And he's going against the heavy, unfortunately. He's in the low plane. But 2 mediums here would have done so much problem. Look at this progress now. With nothing. Just a handful, 2 OPs and a medium. We're going to see that this guy's waiting for a double drop. So we're going to pay attention to this encounter, which is brewing in the background, which is a heavy versus a medium. The heavy is to my right. I don't see him. I see him now. So, we'll see. It's pretty hidden. Has a lot of lock. A lot of blockades to hide its identity. But I would have loved this tank to be with HE, shelling a lot of the point. So a lot of people in the broken houses. You can splash the trees. Anything, yeah, anything to help the team move. Coordinated push, 2 heavies. What is this? Love it. Love it. Amazing flare. Amazing flare by who? Hard Dorks. The goat, as he branded himself yesterday in the chat. It's never good when you call yourself the goat, right? Especially when other people call you the goat. So this is weird because I don't see this tank. What is this other dot? Something they killed? Look at this. 1, 2, 3. This heavy is giving engine area, and this is the steward that was marked here, behind the door, behind the house. Pressure here. The Gary went up. This should have been a wake up call. If you are Vanguarda and you see the map, you see where could they be? You would think it's front door, but it's actually in the back. They did the... they're so lucky. They're running in the open and they have no detection. The moment they see this, yeah, it's gonna take down the half truck. But who's gonna start capping first? That's gonna be the major issue. That heavy is gonna go down. Let me see. It's gonna go down right now. Well, this game is so fucking stupid and ridiculous. So fucking stupid and ridiculous. How many times those kill a tank and so many times they just do that? It's just so stupid. So stupid. Piram with a medium, I don't know where he is. He died, maybe? I don't see the second medium that was in the back line, so I don't know how he died. Anyways, any spawn here, by the way, any spawn in this Gary will block the Gary, most probably. So, Love needs to get ready to flare the point when this flickers again. This Gary is activated, so they understand this from the south now, the pressure. Capping going up. The heavy disappeared? The heavy disappeared. So the heavy died. Yeah, someone took him. I missed that when I was yapping. Apologies. Maybe a bazooka killed him. Point is flickering. Point is flickering in the middle. This is very dangerous for both teams because we see quite some blue progress that they're recuperating. So it's not entirely 2 minutes. It's a little bit less than 2 minutes. Meaning if Vanguarda starts capping now, they already have some progress gained from before. And it's also difficult because you don't know if you commit to defense or you commit to the offense. So for Ocelots it's quite interesting. These tanks need to be more aggressive. I mean, in the south is such an easy spot. You just drive. You just drive with gun left and you kill everything that is here. They're very conservative. They don't want to die. But there are 3 tanks together. Who can heal you, you know? You push together, you find 1 heavy, 2 heavies, you just outgun them. You kill all of them and you kill one of you survives, and that's a major plus. Especially the medium. Like, you need to be more aggressive, brother. You need to be more aggressive. You need to make it to this house with the support of 2 heavies in your back. The second heavy dies. Really bad day for Ocelots today. 2 heavies destroyed in the span of a minute. Major play. Now Maximus says, okay, there's no heavy, I push. Tiger covers my rear. Very careful with this satcheler. I think it's the satcheler loadout. No reason not to have the satcheler loadout. Effectively a shotgun. So whoever is in this one, Sherlock Holmes here, I hope you're at your A game today, because if you lose that Tiger, I'm gonna start talking shit about your tank again like yesterday, brother. Like, come on. Bigodi it's surprisingly coming back. I mean, brother in Christ. You're gonna die now. You're all gonna die. You're all gonna die, and the satchel's gonna go boom boom. This we just seen is the worst tanking I've ever seen in my life. That's not how you deal with satchelers. You rotate and splash until you kill the satcheler. What is this? Jumping with pistols, like, and dying to a shotgun. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is way above their pay grade. Tanking for Vanguarda. You need to do something about it. Look what they did. They just stalled. Why is Maximus going back? They're stalling the attack for no reason, because they lost the heavy. Oh, because of this. This is ridiculous, brother. Ridiculous. Spotter, hello? 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 My friend Senna, come on. My friend, come on. Come on. Good job. But now this tank is alone in the middle of nowhere. The medium is covering him. Progress in the church. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 Vanguarda. Ay, 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 ay. They do have a satcheler. I don't know if they put a satchel on the half track. Hopefully not. I don't see. I hope they checked. I don't see any sparks. I'm gonna trust it. He died right in front, so I don't think he made it to. You see the little cadaver. Ooh, Vanguarda holding the line. They lost the Panther to a medium or to a heavy? To the heavy. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I'll keep yapping because it's free, but that's why I said the medium should have softened up the point way earlier, and then when the two play together, they need to play together. Von Preußen stay in the back, got satcheled, let the other people go, thinking they're gonna die, I'm gonna live, and he died, and he provoked both tanks to turn away. And that also caused the heavy to die. Yeah, 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 yeah. What a missed opportunity, what a misplay. Very nice attempt, though. Very nice coordination. But painful to see. These are no danger. Nobody has a satchel. Skyline, you saw that. Skyline. Grenade, brother. Grenade shooter. Yeah. That will do it. Good job. Skyline. Taking a big dump on the dreams of Ocelots of recapping this. They were so freaking close. Once again, I'll yap because it's free. But I would have pushed with 2 mediums. Leave the tanks here, covering one here, one the church. Get the mediums who are expendable and cheap, 190 fuel, in this case 200 fuel. And make a play with the mediums. Just risking. I remind everyone, there were 3 tanks over here with no armor from Ocelots and WN70, and not even 50% cap progress. Not enough shelling of the point either. If you shell the point constantly, you're gonna pick up OPs, Gary's, people. Woohoo! Vanguarda survives. Almost 50 minutes left on the game. Woo! I'm not even playing this, and I was excited. I was sweaty play here that almost backfired for Vanguarda. 2 satchelers. Let's pay attention to this. Nice kill by Leo from MAB. Oh, these 2 are gonna do. I'm gonna do some damage. They're gonna do some damage. They're gonna sniff. Yeah, if you follow the trench, you're gonna sniff the Gary, which is right there. Yep. This is gonna be really. No! The other way! The other way! Maybe he will see. The Gary? Yeah, it's right there, brother. It's right there. Here we go. Would you be dismantle or satchel? I would just put a satchel. I would just put a satchel. I would just put a satchel. Oh, okay, lucky. And you need to shell earlier, brother. This is a quick dismantling. They cost them the Gary. So Leo is on the heavy. Leo put the satchel, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah. Satchel on. In the most annoying of places, probably. Let me... Yeah. It blends with the gas cans over there. Nice. Oh, this cost them a heavy and the garrison. 2 smart plays in the backline. Really nice play. Good job there, Leo and company. Very nice to see. This will reset them. This will slow them down. Round 2 of armor pushes. Why is he backwards? Protecting the engine. Okay, why is the medium going away? I thought this was gonna be another push. This is a conundrum, right? You need to kill Motif. You need to kill Motif, right? But if you do, very smart, very smart. Very, very smart. Very smart. They don't have a... They do have a spotter. The spotter... Oh my god, the spotter! Again! My friend in Christ, what are you doing? Ah, dude. Do they know they have 360 vision when they are playing? Like, you need to pay attention to your surroundings, hear steps, hear the OP. Very smart for repurpose, not to fire. Very, very smart. This tank will die because he didn't shoot the guy in front. Very smart. Oh my god. I know it's easy to criticize, but... This is basically tanking 101. Every time you go over a blind two-way, you don't only turn and that's it. You flicker the mouse and you check. It takes 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. And also your audio system. You need to hear steps and hear OPs. Incredible loss of a medium for nothing. Just because distracted spotter. Anyways. Now, repurpose. If I could, you're in the opposite team, but if I could, I would give you the medal for that. Now it's good that this tank is going away because if not, it's going to be the same fate. The same fate. In real life, tanks were very vulnerable to close combat because tanks in real life, not in the game, they were kind of blind. The actual visibility for the spotter was very reduced unless the hatch was open, in which he was exposed to snipers. So, but in this game, you have 360 vision. You see the whole map. You see the whole 360 surroundings by the flick of a mouse. I do not understand why spotters struggle with finding what's behind them. It's really beyond me. It's not so difficult. It's not so difficult to do. It's just a little bit of experience. I mean, you die like that once in a pub and you're like, oh shit, I need to check all my corners. Engined? No, almost. Ooh, good attempt by Trinta with the bazooka. But now this Ocelot's gonna try to put a Gary here, apparently. We'll see. The medium rebounds top of the turret. I will have saved that for this one. Boom. Oh my god, the gunner was probably on the map. That's why you don't DC gun, because you cannot use them up give other people recommendations of what to do. And gun. The gun needs to be 100% committed to looking through the pipe. The second something goes in front of you, you click and he's dead. This tank is gonna die. Well, with any other gunner, it would have been dead already, but we have this guy whiffing shots left and right. This is worthy of a clip. You don't need both tanks to chase a medium. You don't need both tanks to chase a medium. Decision making, brother. What are they doing? All these people push because these two tanks are chasing a medium. I mean, this crew must, I don't know, speak Japanese or something. It's not communicating with other people. I'm chasing him. Stop chasing the chasers. Like, what is this shit? Anyways. I promise I was not gonna obsess over that bad tank crew anymore. I'm not gonna do it. I had enough yesterday night. Let's pay attention to infantry. Kingdom. Nice kill over there of an officer. Galconos is one in the house. Where these two other people came from? Oh, from the Gary, maybe. Look at this chase. This is fucking ridiculous. Chasing a faster tank and a heavy. Oh my god, he's so retarded. Sorry, shouldn't use that word. Is regarded. I meant retarded in time, like it's delayed. That would save it. Oh, artillery on the spot. I don't know if that was friendly or was Ocelots artillery. Could have been both because those two shots. That was probably friendly, and this is Ocelots artillery, right? And yeah, that's probably Castaway. Unfortunate for him, he got blasted by his own artillery. So we get Gorcock Supreme and Thundercock. It's a lot of cocks in this team. Where are the chickens? Really nice push here by Vanguarda / MIB infantry. We finally caught up to the tank, thank God. The Benny Hill moment is over. Crawley, is unstoppable today. I mean, give this guy a contract. Signing him up for the big leagues. Major spawn. If these tanks were, instead of chasing ghosts in the front line, oh, this guy will be dead, right? You can splash that shit from so far away. So far away you can shit the Gary there. I don't know what this tank crew is doing, to be honest. Two mediums in the mid. What is this? Got too low on munition, maybe? We have just passed the middle of the game. 39 minutes left on the clock. This is very positive for Vanguarda, that the fight is taking place in this area and not in there anymore. We saw that for the longest time, there was a lot of Ocelots people in this area. So this is extremely positive for them, because these houses provide an interesting funnel, right? They need to go through these little openings, which you can mine, you can camp, you can be very nasty with them. The guy went down. The guy was here. So you can hold easily, or more easily than open fields or this area, which is so open with so many cover for the attacking crew. But here, a different story. That's a distinctive sound of a grease gun. So you know there's a satchel around. Comunero's gonna go down, maybe? Yep. Oh, Comunero taking one and dying. So the problem is that garrison, which is kind of predictable. It is a common spot for a Gary on the Allies side. Simply because you measure 200, nice Gary taken by Dr. Fritz, 200, 200, and then 200. You need to measure that midpoint here, there's some Gary, right? 200, 200. There has to be one in each square if they are a comp team and they know what they're doing, which Ocelots does. So quickly the Gary went up. So I don't know. He took the Gary but not the supplies, because the Gary went down in 30 seconds. Not even. The Gary went up again. Dr. Fritz sneaking in through the back lines. Maybe the supplies were in the courtyard. He couldn't access them. That's most probably what happened. Missing half the shots. He's thinking, I just took a Gary from there. Like, oh! He didn't want to push reloading, and he paid for it. He could have locked this Gary if he just kept running. But they know where it is. Here comes Mav 86 with STG and Satchel loadout, I will guess. Also reloading. Satchel on the wall. I don't know if it's close enough. Is it close enough? It doesn't matter. Gary down. It's a good idea though. You take supplies, you take OPs that you're not seeing. I'll give it to you. Yeah, that MG over there, that's a nasty spot looking back. That guy needs to die. That was a close round from a tank. AT gun. AT gun. They learned the lesson. Very nice to see. Very smart. They learned the lesson. They brought a heavy and 2 AT guns. So Vanguarda, you tried once. You did it in an incorrect way, sloppy way. You hinted a second time, and then you back from it, and now it won't happen again. It won't happen again. That armor push is not gonna work anymore, at least not from the south. But look at this boxing out. This is an enemy airhead just next to a Gary. What? I don't know who's more unlucky. You guys decide. Who's more lucky, the Gary owner or the airhead owner? We'll find out very quickly. Whoever spawns first is the lucky one. 3 versus 4. 2v1. 2v1. 1v1. Oh gosh. Okay. How unlucky. They had one spawn less, but they ended up with one survivor. Luckily for Vanguarda is not an officer. It would have put at one more OP, but now 3 officers, 4 officers out of nothing. Let's see, but Zhao makes a bombing run. I will put a recon plane that's good. Armor immediately returns. Very good job by Zhao. You showed where they were. I need to come back to this Puma. A vehicle dies. Probably shot in the back by the heavy. It was a medium, I think. I wanna believe it was a medium. Please be that a medium. I think it was a medium. I'm not sure. Look at the fuel that Vanguarda has. Major encounter here. Nice, nice kill, nice kill. Stopping that officer on its tracks. He goes down to rip it. The amount of bazookas is gonna kill this medium. Oh! If they can hit him. Is the airhead down? The airhead is destroyed. Great job there, Maximus and Gunner. Really nice splash. It took at least 1 OP. I saw 2 or 3 OPs earlier. There were 4 officers and there's 1 OP up. Only the recon doesn't matter. The recon is not a threat. Only 2 people can spawn on it. This is the only threat. Hello, Greyhound. Mono crude. Okay. It goes going down. Really good reaction by Vanguarda, I would say. The second medium comes to take more bazookas. It's only an OP. This heavy is in such a big... This heavy never even heard that they had a spawn in the backline. Is he sexual? You need to break the line, brother. You're gonna get set engine. You're gonna get engine. Or worse. I'm glad I caught that. Hello. Good kill. Yeah, this crew has been struggling today. Struggling. The best struggling in the world. There's only 1 bazooka. You should survive this. But that OP is still up. They need to drive closer to the building to burn by proxy. 1 burn OP. Very nice. It was the... And they took the second! Brilliant! Klaus, darkness. Good gunning. Only one officer, and he's a recon. No, it's not the recon. It's the regular. The recon is over there. Okay, this guy is gonna wait a few seconds. Put the OP up. Look at the gains by that airhead. All this triangle was gained, and a Gary. It was gained because of the destruction of armor. They got distracted and they had to fall back. And one of them died because it was too slow to get away from the position. Everyone went back and the Tiger stayed here. One more Gary North? This game is getting intense by the minute. There's a one more Gary North, really next to another Gary. A lot of people spawn on it. Ooh, my. Let's pay attention to that. Yeah, what? Yeah, they wiped Baker and they wiped the officer. Really nice. Good job, Piram. They owned the Gary though. I would not get in the bunker, but this This needs to go Vanguarda's way or they're gonna lose battery. Let's pay attention to the north a little bit. That push is dangerous. One officer. We saw Gurkhak Supreme bazooka and kill a tiger from the rear, and now he's back out as an officer. Because why not? The P4 is looking for these people. 2 bazookas, Fizzer and Repurpose. No spotter for the P4. This could be in the advantage of the infantry. They're both sideways. Looking engine. Dangerous proposition. Okay. Luckily, one of them didn't pen. 3 bazookas in play. No, sorry, 2 bazookas in play. And one of them misses. P4 survives. If you know how to count, you're alive. You're okay. If you know how to count. Those were 4 shots. Only 2 made contact. But that is a warning. And Vanguarda is reacting. That was a warning that there's people north. My favorite crew. Where's Piram? Okay, he's 1v2 versus 2 heavies. This is gonna be very okay. This is not a heavy. It's a fake one. But also that's not a heavy. That's a Panther. It's a fake one. Whereas this one is a 76. Oh brother, your spotter. No. Okay, it takes down 1. I like that. Okay. It took down the wrong one, but I feel you. Probably they were not expecting to. They had no officers to mark them. Well, this one probably. The show the Shusha. Nice. Ilarile. Oh, oh, oh. If you're not from Brazil or South America, you would not understand what Shusha or the show of Shusha was. You had to Google it. It's a nice name. Las Paquitas y los Paquitos. Okay, meanwhile, this translated into an OP and no more half-track. The half-track was taken down at some point. Or moved. 2 officers. This is very dangerous. They're sneaking in. The P4 got hit. Edu needs to burn this OP. Get in, brother. Get in there. What a Gary? Didn't burn the OP? Like... just spend 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds looking around. This tank comes here thinking there's clean. There's no one. And they might spawn on it. Look at the front door. Open. Like a zipper. 1 medium in the point. Good shot here by Leipzig. It was on the side, so might get a kill. What is that? Okay, has no more vision. He tried it. He's coming back. See the smoke? The problem is you need side because you need 1 more shot. Oh, it rigs. It rigs the top of the turret. 1 millimeter below, and it's... Yep. Yep, that's... Oh, look by how little it was front, not side. Oh my god. How little. Should die now. Short bazooka from the north. Try again. They lost the tiger! They lost the tiger! What? What? How is that even possible? 2 bazookas from the north. You pinned them first side. I'm speechless. Neither of you shot the tank more than once. I saw 2 bazookas short. What's the distance from here to there? 850. Less than 150. Should be easy. Should be easy. Oh my god. Yeah. They run with the tail on fire. Well, I told you that was my favorite tank crew. They keep giving me content to laugh about. What the heck was that? A tiger facing a 76 shoots him in the side, then whiffs 2 shots, and then they die. I do not understand what happened in there. "22 minutes left, 20 for capping." They do not know this is a Stewie, but they're gonna know now. Be brave. Oh my god, the gunner! What's going on today? Why you rush a shot that is not a danger? Like, it's a Stewie giving you ass. What is the rush to shoot really quickly on the move? And miss. Potentially miss. P4 goes down to a 76. Who I'm assuming is the one that was... no, it's not the same one. This one is repairing. Nobody checks the Garys in the south. What is this? Napalm, come on. You're blocking it, I know. But how about you eliminate it? I'm assuming Napalm is doing this on purpose, like just to block. But a Strife Run or a Lucky Shell will habilitate the Gary in instantly. What is going on here? Are you going away? You didn't see the Gary? You didn't see the Gary? What? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It went from a smart play to actually blind play. What is that? What? The sound is off and you think it's your own Gary? What on earth? Oh my goodness. Progress. Look at this. These tankers are unaware that they're losing the point. They are obsessed with the heavy, which they're gonna die to if they keep looking for him. You're gonna die to the heavy. If you keep looking for trouble, you're gonna die to it. The heavy is pushing you. Gary produced an SL. Oh, goodness. And the other medium leaves you alone. It's like, you're on your own, buddy. You're on your own, buddy. Good luck in the wars to come. Oh, what is this? Who is in this tank crew? Sena, my friend. You don't do that to a friend. You don't do that to a friend. You could be shelling the side of this heavy right now if you hid. You... son of a gun. Oh my god, the rig from the front! What is this shit? Tango full, you need to be in first gear, brother. Engine! And they're gonna die! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. What the fuck did we just witness? Oh my god, and the other tank is gonna kill the kilo. The tanks. Engine, go for engine. Oh my fucking god, like speak before you fire. What the fuck are you doing? Oh my god, how you whiffed that shot. Look at that, it's clear as day. Oh my god. Medium destroyed. Medium is clueless what hit him, didn't turn, didn't move. This is a shit show of armor tonight. Oh my god. Precision on what? Oh, what the fuck is this game? What is going on today? Why it's me casting this game? Oh my god. That was so fun. The spotter didn't even look at the tank mark. Didn't even check there was a tank in there. What is going on? Oh my god, reverse straight with gun right. You're gonna die to the other medium. Maybe. Because what we're seeing, anything is possible. Oh, this is a circus. Okay, it's funny. It's funny. I'm crying, guys. I need to wash my tears because I'm in pain. Oh my god, 15 minutes left without the 2 minutes for capping. And they lost the medium. Okay, one tank remaining only, and it's a heavy, and it's gonna die. If the mark, check your marks. Yeah, tank down. Who was that? This heavy. Finally. This is the first time I see Leipzig from Pro is kill a tank today. Nice. Kill the most important one. Look at this. Look at this. Tank, 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 tank. This is cemetery of tanks. Oh my god, this was hilarious. Hilarious. This medium now needs to clean the house and leave. Just splash. There you go. Run, 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 run. Don't get in. Yeah, good job. Yeah, good stuff. Keep running. Oh my god, this was such a fun game to cast. Of all people, me that pays extra attention to armor, I had to witness this. This was hilarious. But Vanguarda has mansion, MG, 2 officers, a Gary. It has church with a backup Gary and half truck and a Gary in the church. Those Garys die soon. Usually they splash them, so but they have a Gary up. They just killed all the armor of Ocelots, and they have a medium and a heavy to spare. I would say they have control. They're missing a Gary, but they have control of battery. They need the Gary. Probably they're bringing the goodies. Trinta is gonna have the box anytime now. But for some freaking reason, this Gary is invisible to people. Spotters don't see it, don't hear it. Napalm missed him. I'm elated. That would be the word. This is so fucking funny. They die to repurpose, who has been repurposing himself all night. He's being an officer, he's being bazooka, he's being satcheler. Now the Gare is going down. Why not? If you let me. Edu is in charge of this area, but it was taken down. So they lost the backline of battery. That should tell you there's something something fishy going on E8, right? Right? It's like, how they make it here if I'm here and I'm there? How do they make it here? Maybe they wrapped around? So, very smart here. Greco is trying to sniff what the heck is going on in this area. And we'll see if this Gary is magically glitching and nobody sees him, or if it goes down. Greco, use your brain tonight. Look for a spawn. I mean, when they're locked, they do that white noise, which is more, it's easy to, way easier to listen than the simple radio comms. The white noise is simpler. Napalm was right there. I didn't hear the white noise. So he was probably listening, I don't know, listening to music while playing. Greco? Yeah. You saw this? You Hello? Hello? Oh, what? 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 What is going on? What? It's the second time someone looks directly at the Gary. What the fuck is this? The spawn from B goes north, so he didn't even see him. Because all this time I'm thinking, okay, they lock it down, they're gonna leave it for dessert. But they're walking away from the lock. Gary, I do not understand how they could be so clueless. Dude. Here, the Hot Dog 7 is harder to listen than the annoying white noise. What this is... They need better comms, brother. They need, I don't know, buy a headset. What is going on? They found the OP, congratulations, but... What is this garrison? What is this garrison doing here? All game, basically. Two heavies, one final attempt for the Oceanic team. Let's see how they do. We're gonna pay... This has to be a 75, right? It is a 75 jumbo, so technically a hybrid. Very exposed, very risky, this push. Very risky. Using this hill to push is very risky. Way safer is get into the little... Go into the little alleyways where your players are and push from the south. Or push from the roads. We'll see. We'll see how this fares for them. Anything north here, thank God Vanguarda moved the tanks from here, but this is so exposed to tanks from the north. Nice bazooka on the side of a heavy. Gigas. Very well done. Now they should know. The medium should know. That medium should have pushed in the high ground and shooting from the high ground, from right from there. The moment they mark you two tanks over here, you just go north. Go north. Even in church, even over there. You see them from there. Gigas with a second... Oh, Gigas respawned with a satchel. He's like, let me take care of business. This is part of my point, right? Like, you have no infantry support. If you are a tanker for Ocelots, you're in an area without any support and multiple angles to cover from enemy AT and armor. Why are you not playing here instead of there? These two tanks are gonna get marked, are gonna get damaged, and eventually they're gonna die. I've never seen an allied push successfully come from armor from here. Never. Never, ever. Look at this. I'm calling things as I see them, but look at this. Bye. Bye-bye. This is the end of Ocelots. No more chance for a heavy. 9 minutes left, so... Okay, that's an overkill. Dismantle that. A third satchel? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh gosh. Boom. Right, this is terrible decision making from Armor from Ocelots. Why are you in the open exposed? When they were here, there were no one there. There was all blues. They don't know that, but if there's no red, you have to assume they're blues, right? So they go flanked and they died. And now all they have is probably a medium somewhere. Not even. Yeah, medium here. And a fake heavy. Good luck with that. This medium is decrewed. They got killed probably dealing with satchels. Or they fell. I think they fell. How unfortunate. How unfortunate they fell. Look at that. That's a nice spot for a half truck. If I might try that, I will try that at home. We put a half truck there, and people jump like monkeys, and you get in there, and you get in there. Very hard to kill even with armor. I kind of like that spot. Not for a tank. Okay, this is a good spot for the last 7 minutes. 5 if you don't count the 2 for camping. Vanguarda in a very healthy situation with armor to spare and a good line. They recuperated the... Finally, someone... Of course I missed it. Someone took the Gary down. I missed it. I will check with Vanguarda who took that ghost Gary down later on. The mysterious invisible Gary that nobody sees or hears. But this is very nice. I don't know why they don't have a Gary there. Charlie should be working on that. Greco, you need to work on a Gary map edge. Because this is a full server, so it's not 36, brother. You need the Gary here, and you need the Gary here. This Gary is okay, but you need one more. Skyline is gonna see the half track. Moving about. Yeps, probably right now. Who is in this? The commander? Cortex, yes. Very good job. You don't have a Gary, but you have a Skyline. Checking, there's no vehicles wrapping from the north. So that should be marked. I don't see it marked. I'm not an officer. I don't see a lot of reactions to it either. This should have been a bazooka. There should be a bazooka right here. And a bazooka right here. And armor needs to react. I mean, they marked a half-track flanking. They should be going north. They should be going north. This one is battling the heavy. I'm in. Bazooka, brother! Bazooka! Let's see... No bazooka! No bazooka! Automatic rifleman, officer, MG, no bazooka. Skyline marked it, probably cursing everyone's mother and brother and uncle. God. I mean, if you had to guess where they went, you had to guess they went to the area where cover, right? They're not gonna put the half truck in the middle of the field. Bazookas. Where are the bazookas? Where are the tanks looking for the flanking? More officers to scratch the paint of the half-track. Not even a satcheler. Big spawn came out of it. Vanguarda, what are you doing? Is that a bazooka? Finally. They spawned already, brother. What is this shit? Now this is gonna multiply in a bunch of OPs. Capeleto is measuring again. Like how do you do the bazooka? How was it? Kill this shit. Come on. And just for that, you're gonna earn my medal. Chapeleiro. 3 minutes 30, not enough. The tanks are alive, but this is a fake heavy and a medium. They're not gonna be able to contend with the Panther and mediums and a Tiger North. I will call it right here. I'm not AP News. This is not a US presidential election, but I'm gonna call it. This is gonna be... They took the Gary down, but this is gonna be a GG. This is gonna be Vanguarda 3-2. 1 minute to cap and not enough pressure. Not enough armor. That's what you need for this situation, but they don't have enough armor. They're all funneled in one line and keeping busy by a medium, by a Panther. So this is it. They're not even diving. Never ever they approached the point from here. This canal right here, you enter here, either in the open or in the south. Also, the best is this approach from south in these buildings. This is another nice approach to make it to the point. They didn't attempt any of that. Ocelot stinks. They didn't attempt any of that. They all attempted was peeking a little bit here and then going back. And then the only way in was this for them. And it didn't work. And they kept insisting on it. 15 seconds. This is going to be a very clean victory. Very nice victory. GG Vanguarda 3-2. Very nice game. Very entertaining. A lot of funny moments with armor. That's what I'm here for. Excellent. Excellent. Fun game. Very nice control. There was a big moment of danger here when a big misplay by the Arbor who got together and then they separated for some reason. One pushed, one stayed, one died in the back. And then almost 40-45% capped on Bill Sumer. That was the closest all game, apart from the beginning, that Ocelots was to capping mid. And then the rest was very nice control, very nice reactions to a couple of Whammo Garys and an airhead. Very nice game by Vanguarda. GG's to them. Congratulations. Well deserved and much needed victory. I know they've been reorganizing. They're trying to get new players in artillery and in other positions of importance. So good job, Castaway, today. Good job, Ajao, Commander. And this will be the end of Ocelots. We say goodbye to them. They gave a really nice tournament. They reached to the playoffs. But they couldn't go past the Brazilian team. Thank you everyone for watching, putting up with me and my silly comments. I hope you had fun like I did. This was really entertaining. That was it. Let's check really quickly. Let's find the bazooka player really quickly. He was an MIB player. Capeleiro, I give this to you for that spawning late, but a spawning of bazooka where the half track was pushing. Check quickly the scores. We're gonna keep checking the scores for. This is the general stats. Germany with 300 more kills. Really, they showed the handful of players extra they had, like 3-4 players extra they had. They really showed, and armor also. pretty even, 97-94. But the big difference here was machine gunners for Germans, which is expected. A lot of sniper kills, which is expected, better weapons. And that was it. That was a big difference. Satchels, well, we saw that on tanks, but big difference here was machine guns, snipers, and the infantry, right? They held the point all game, and they dealt with all the scary stuff very well. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to have dinner now. It's almost 10 here, 10:30. Hope you have a good rest of the weekend, and see you guys next week.
Spawns and he's gone, sprinting for the kills, thinking this is Call of Duty, pressing W. Error parent typed it clear before the boots hit ground. Hold the line, build a garrison, don't go running around. He don't want your 40 kills, he don't care about your score. He just wants somebody to defend the door. Defend the play, baby. Defend the play. Hold the line, hold the hinge. That's the only way. Error parent said it. 10,000 games deep. Ooh. You want the win, you gotta earn it. Defend to play. Commander hopped off the chair, jumped on the Arctic gun. Nobody held the flank. 5-0, 15 minutes, and they got the man to thank. Ooh, he don't want your 40 kills, he don't care about your score. He just wants somebody to defend the door. Defend the play, baby. Defend the play. Hold the line, hold the hinge. That's the only way. Error parent said it. 10,000 games deep. Ooh. You want the win, you gotta earn it. Defend.